David Headley, also known as Daoud Gilani, has one blue eye and one brown, as if reflecting the double life he has lived almost since the day he was born. Raised by an eccentric, flamboyant, and rebellious high society mother from Philadelphia and a strict, formal Pakistani diplomat father, he spent half his teen years in a regimented military academy in Pakistan, half living above a bar in Philadelphia. Now admitting to conspiracy to murder and maim in Mumbai, even members of his own family wonder who David Headley really is.
I was really shocked. It was like you had poured cold water inside my chest.
In an exclusive television interview with CNN in January, Headley's uncle described his disbelief in learning his own nephew was connected to the massacre in Mumbai. Disbelief until he began receiving letters from Headley in jail.
Dear Uncle Billy, Mamu.
Headley wrote to his uncle that despite his heritage, he is now 100% Muslim. And though he considered himself innocent until proven guilty, Headley hinted that he didn't expect to be acquitted.
And he has communicated that to me also. And, that's important. If he is guilty and he's charged with it, then, in that case he's done something terrible and has to pay the price. But I truly hope, and I think there could be a surprise ending to this.
David Headley's life is full of surprises, from his dual childhood in Pakistan's Muslim circles and in Philadelphia's social scene, to his marrying a blonde American beauty, then divorcing her and taking a traditional Muslim wife. Even more bizarre, as an adult, Headley was a major drug dealer turned informant for the Drug Enforcement Administration after being caught, according to his family. In the late 90s, Headley, then Daoud Gilani, was a video shop manager in New York. On February 7, 1997, he was conspiring in room 909 of this hotel to bring a large load of heroin from the Middle East to New York. He had walked into a trap. The room was wired by the feds. As Gilani tried to escape that hotel, he suddenly found himself surrounded by gun-toting DEA agents. It would be the ultimate turning point in his life.
Daoud said to himself that if I get free of this, I'm going to commit myself to God. So that is when I would say he became a serious Muslim.
What happened next is somewhat of a mystery. While his co-conspirator went to prison for 10 years, Headley was out within 15 months. His family believes the DEA frequently sent him to Pakistan and Afghanistan to meet directly with heroin dealers, which may have put Headley directly in contact with Islamic terror groups using the drug trade to finance their operations. Frank Cillufo heads the George Washington University Homeland Security Policy Institute.
It reads more like a spy novel than most of your typical terrorism cases.
While he was allegedly an informant, Headley probably became influenced by the radicalism of Lashkar-e-Taiba, a Pakistani group some say is second only to Al-Qaeda in its global terrorist reach.
Clearly, you have someone who was conflicted. Even though he lived in both worlds, you get the sense that he never felt at home in either world.
His uncle still finds it hard to believe. He was shocked when we called to tell him his nephew was pleading guilty. The nephew he knew was not this nephew, involved in a terrorist plot. At least, he says, that is what he thought.
We absolutely can't imagine it. It is not at all consistent with anything that we know in his personality. Now, his personality is very complicated, but the mass murder, I can't see it.
In exchange for his guilty plea, Headley agrees to tell all he knows about the terror plot that left more than 160 people dead. In exchange, he is spared the death penalty, but still faces the possibility he will spend the rest of his life behind bars. Drew Griffin, CNN, Atlanta.